Hi, I'm Beth. There's a few optional props for this video. If you have a chair, you can grab that for the end, completely optional. And a strap as well. You can use a yoga strap, you can use your dog's leash, you can use a scarf if you'd like for just a couple of the moves. So let your back snuggle down toward the floor. Knees are about hip width apart, both feet are flat on the ground. And I'm going to double up my strap here just to make it easier. Strap goes right above the body, right above the chest or so. My arms are active, so they're gently pulling the strap apart, keeping it taut, but not hard. It's pretty easy movement here. And we're going to start a little pelvic scoop and roll. So scoop the pelvis, press the lower back in more toward the floor. You might feel the very bottom of the tailbone lift. And then go in the other direction where you press the tailbone and you'll feel more of an action of the lower back raising off the floor, creating like an arch. I'm trying to exaggerate this a little bit so that maybe you can see it, but it's actually just a small move. I'm going to let go of the strap for a second to show that it's right here around my hip points. And I'm tucking under, pressing the lower back, and then I'm tipping my pelvis forward, making more space under my lower back. Now the strap here is just to stabilize the upper body as we do this. But if you want to release a little bit more tension from those shoulders, as you scoop under or press the low back into the floor, you can take the arms behind you any amount, stopping where your shoulders protest. And then as you roll forward, bring your arms back up. Maybe bring your arms down toward your legs for greater range of motion. So again, scooping your pelvis, pressing your lower back. You might even just get a little bit of lift of your hips as your arms go over. And then landing your hips, landing your tailbone, arching the low back. A few more pelvic rolls. And of course, if you prefer to do this without the strap, that's fine too. You could also put your hands on your belly and feel the belly breath. I like to breathe in as my tailbone pushes to the floor and my back arches. And then exhale, I can feel my belly sink as my lower back pushes into the ground. Let's do about 3 more. All right, one more movement for the lower body. We'll cross the ankle over the leg. So one ankle, right ankle over the left thigh. This is a figure 4 shape. As you're externally rotating, meaning you're turning your right leg in the hip joint, moving this knee away from you from the joint of your leg and your hip, you're gonna feel a stretch somewhere around your pelvis, your hip girdle. You can stay right here, or you can lift the left foot off the ground. And you might find you get plenty of stretch this way simply by lifting the foot up and using the energy of the leg to draw the right leg closer to you. You can keep the left foot flexed as if it's stamping on the ground. You can take it closer to your thigh and see how that affects your stretch. If your strap is still nearby, you can even loop your strap somewhere around the leg and use your strap to help you pull the bottom leg in, all the while moving the knee of the top leg away from you from, again, this joint right where your hip comes into your leg comes into your hip girdle. Last few breaths on this side. Sometimes it even feels good to kind of do a little rocking here, finding what parts of the body need a little bit of movement or extra attention. And then we'll send the bottom foot down, come back to both feet on the ground. Second side. So cross your left ankle over your right leg. Take a moment to see how this feels. You can move a little half butterfly movement. The goal is moving that leg away. So this is internal rotation, and moving it away is external. And then if you're feeling plenty of stuff, stay. This is your place. If you'd like to play around with the bottom foot, you could lift it and put it on the chair if your chair is close enough. Mine is not quite there. You can use the energy of your leg, the strength of your bottom leg, to pull that in. And remember, positioning the knee, the foot, anywhere where it helps you get this stretch. That's what we're going for. So it doesn't really matter what you're doing with this bottom leg. It can be here, it can be here, it can be here. And you can hold or not. You can hold both legs. You could do a little thread thing. And again, if you have a strap somewhere and you want to use the strap to help you do this, you can. Last few moments of holding here. Set your legs down. You can stay on the ground, or if you'd like, you can roll yourself up to the side, come up to seated. So this is a chair relaxation pose with elevated shins, and it can be a way to really release and rest the lower back, release tension out of the hips. It can really feel good, especially if you stay here, not just for 1 minute, but for 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, as long as you have. So I'll be with you here for about a minute. Let's get really close to the chair and then swing our legs up. You can use other props if you'd like. You can have a blanket if your chair is metal like mine is. You could also have a blanket under your hips to elevate your hips a little bit more, a blanket or pillow under your head. Or you can simply use the chair, let the calves sink into the chair. Your hands might rest down by your sides, palms down or palms up. Perhaps you take your hands back to your belly to provide that feedback for the belly breathing. Reach behind my head and tilt my head a little bit so my chin a little more toward my chest. A pillow or a blanket can help with this. So that touch sensation of chin just a little bit toward the chest so that the forehead is higher than the chin is another small adjustment that helps to encourage the relaxation response in the body. The body's parasympathetic nervous system naturally knows how to physically relax us. We simply have to encourage it to activate, to engage. I invite you to stay here as long as you would like. Next time you might choose to go back and pick your favorites. Do some of the moves that you really liked, pick them from the chapter list below. If you like really slow movements and want to do mostly yoga on the floor, I encourage you to check out some of my yin yoga videos. You might also want to follow this with one of my mindful meditation practices. I hope you feel more peaceful, more relaxed, more tension-free. Enjoy the rest of your day.